it's like it was almost a head. It was a perfect head-on headshot.
Yeah,
if he didn't just turn
Yeah.
to look at something, you know, he would turn to look at a chart where he was shitting on immigrants. He'd be dead. So actually, the immigrants saved Donald Trump.
No, Donald Trump's own anti-immigrant rhetoric saved Donald Trump.
That's right. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Three Speech Podcast. We're coming to you live and direct from the Fag Zone in a tumultuous week. We are now 5 days after the assassination attempt of Donald Trump. I'm joined as ever by Mr. Hate Speech to my left, the Beijing sensation to my right. What a week.
Zip zap, get vaxxed. Biden should have got vaxxed. Now Biden's almost got taken out by COVID. I love how Biden, and like some of them, apparently Joy Reid on MSNBC was saying, well, yeah, it's basically the same. Biden's so brave, and it's basically the same as...
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, well, I didn't read it, I just saw somebody saying that.
Well, listen,
So I just infused their opinion without actually seeing it, and just validating it for myself.
And I choose to believe that you're telling me the truth. But wasn't Biden the one who said, if you take the vaccine, you will not get COVID?
Yeah, but we've kind of...
Actually, yeah, we don't want to go for another. We'll get once again demonetized.
I don't know if you still get demonetized now because it's all kind of been proven true. But you know, people have been trying to get Biden to step down for weeks now. Like even George Clooney came out and said you got to stand down. So Biden said, if I get a medical condition, I'll stand down. And then like the next day, he's COVID. I got COVID, guys.
But there's no point him stepping. I mean, I think we can all agree at this point. I think what I've read, Trump's won. So if they get rid of Biden, all they're going to do is just ruin a candidate for the next time. Because they put Gavin Newsom. Anyone who goes against Trump now is going to lose.
No, I think if they pick the right candidate, it would actually, the Democrats would have a chance because the real, Biden is, he's got a lot of baggage and he's old. He's just too old. You can't have somebody, if you're going to vote for somebody to do something, you've got to know that person's going to be alive to do it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, who knows what you're voting for.
Well, if being alive to do it is one of the prerequisites, we can't guarantee that Trump will be there. But by the time, what did you think when it was all coming out? We did a live emergency podcast with the worst recording of all time, so I've taken it down. But we were speaking about it.
I think we're gonna record this on our phones. I think we're gonna beat that record.
This might come out okay. We'll see.
I think you're talking too close into that. It'll be peaking. You just gotta keep it at sensible distance.
This is a sensible distance.
Okay.
I'm trying my best. Nico, what did you think at the time with what's your thoughts on the Trump assassination attempt?
I just thought it'd be crazy to see live footage if the bullet had hit.
The bullet did hit though.
No, I mean proper hit, and the world would be a completely different place.
Yeah.
If the bullet had actually killed him, and it would probably be civil war. So I thought it's good for humanity and the states that it did miss.
Yeah. And it's kind of good that it still hit him. I think if it had missed completely, then it wouldn't have been so...
Yeah.
Well, they're already saying, some people... I was at the club yesterday, Top Secret, and some people, I won't name names, are saying, it's staged. It's a fake. I was like, everyone's a conspiracy theorist until they're a conspiracy. It's like, someone died. No, it's fake blood. It's like, come on.
Yeah. And also they're like, it's staged. Trump would have organised it. It's like, giving this 20-year-old skinny white kid a gun and saying, can you go on this roof and shoot me from 400 feet away and make sure you just get my ear. Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah, don't go for my leg or my foot. Go for my ear.
Yeah.
Millimeters away from
my... Right next to my brain. Yeah, that's right next to me.
Yeah.
But no, that was... So I don't know how you... If you're an American man with an ounce of testosterone and you saw that image of Donald Trump standing up going, fight. I felt emotional watching it. I like Trump, but I'm not a huge Trump fan. And I always he skipped the draft, blah, 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 blah. But when I saw that, my whole opinion of him just genuinely flipped. I was like, no, that guy, that's a leader to stand... Because just think, if you think about it yourself, if someone, I know people who've had their phones mugged and they go into a state of shock, right? Yeah. And they're the kind of people who, he's just thinking about the camera. It's like, to stand up and to have like your first instinct is to go hold your fist and go, and he didn't know there's other people there.
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah.
the security, like, leave his head out, that's fine. But to do that was unbelievable. Could you imagine Keir Starmer, Jeremy Corbyn, Rishi Sunak doing that? It was incredible. And
So
it
that's
was,
why it was staged.
it wasn't staged.
That's why it was staged.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was I honestly think, I've been looking into this. Honestly, that you have to think that's got to be some sort of divine intervention, that he twisted his head at that exact moment, and and the bullet. And the thing is, because it only clipped his ear, that's why people think it wasn't a big deal. Like even now, a few days later, everyone's like, it's kind of cool. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was almost it was a perfect head-on headshot. If he
Yeah,
didn't just turn
yeah.
to look at something, you know, he would turn to look at a chart where he was shitting on immigrants. He'd be dead. So actually, the immigrants saved Donald Trump.
No, Donald Trump's own anti-immigrant rhetoric saved Donald Trump.
That's right.
Yeah.
If he'd have built the wall, that wouldn't have happened.
I saw a funny thing that said, I think it was Jeremy Kaufman tweeted. He said, "Man, everybody's acting like Donald Trump's reaction was so cool, but Biden wouldn't even have flinched." It's like, because he wouldn't have been aware.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been aware. I don't know.
If the Secret Service told Biden to get down, he'd have started dancing. Get down.
Man, I think like so basically we haven't recorded for a while. So actually, two things have happened since we last recorded.
Yeah.
First of all, there was the debate where Trump just like we've totally forgotten that, but it was like he totally dominated the debate. Like, it wasn't even
Man, and also it was so like, because you'd expect him to come out in previous debates, he's come out and just sort of like dominated and like wiped the floor with the other person and really been aggressive and been on the attack. But you could see he was like, he almost felt sorry for Biden and he didn't want to be so cruel as to. And also, I think
What was the line he dropped? He said,
It goes, I don't know. What do you think of that, Mr. President? To be honest, I don't know what he said, and I don't think he knows either.
I don't think he knows.
It was so cold the way you did it. It's like,
Yeah, that was brilliant.
but the thing is, like, everyone was saying, and up until this point, everyone was saying, first there's gonna be an assassination attempt. They're gonna try and kill him. I was like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It's a joke. But now it's like, people are genuinely, you gotta start listening to conspiracy theorists, because they said first they tried to cancel you, they couldn't cancel him. Then they tried to take him. Then they weaponized the legal system, tried to take him to court and do him that way. They couldn't do it that way.
Two different legal systems. They weaponized the criminal justice system, so the state was bringing criminal prosecutions against him, and they weaponized the civil court system, so they were bringing like civil lawsuits against them.
And they couldn't beat him that way. And now they've I personally think this was an inside job. This is something to do. The Secret Service, you know what their excuse was? So the thing that's come up now, they said, we couldn't put an agent up there because
The roof was sloped.
the roof was sloped. So wait a minute.
Health and safety.
It's health and safety. Yeah, they're meant to jump in front of a bullet, but we can't have them on a slightly inclined roof. And the guy just turned up. I mean, he was a 20-year-old guy who had a remote detonator to some other thing. Inside, ladders there, someone's helping him out. Apparently, they had a SS Secret Service, I was going to say SS God, but same
You saw
thing.
the video of the kid saying he had a 10-inch penis?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. But
I mean, why would you kill yourself if you had that going on?
I think as a joke, though, he obviously didn't have a 10-inch
Oh, really?
penis.
No, he had a 10-inch penis.
Yeah, I think he's got. Why would he lie?
Nico knows for sure he had a 10-inch
he had a
penis.
10-inch.
This is a man with a lot of convictions, like a lot of, I trust his word.
Well, I don't know. Personally, I don't know.
But apparently the reason, because there was witnesses who were actually outside the rally, but
I like
saw.
how you say whitenesses.
he was like ginger as well. He was like sunburnt. But he was saying they saw the kid climb up on the roof with the gun, and so they were like, they went to the police. He's like, there's a guy in the roof with a gun, and the police are like, just run. But apparently, so the Secret Service control. They do it in like sort of perimeters. The Secret Service have the direct bit around Trump. And then local law enforcement do that bit, and then the Secret Service have an outer perimeter as well. So apparently, it was local law enforcement that the guy was telling, and they were just apparently local law enforcement were just.
See if I can find that
Keystone
video.
Cops.
So let's see if we can find this video of them of them saying it.
It's always the best bit in the podcast when we scroll through Twitter looking for videos.
Okay, well we won't find it. This is how close the headshot was.
Yeah,
let's
that's
look
mad.
at it. There you go. Let's watch that. This is a headshot. So
yeah, they're turned.
Yeah,
so it would have been.
That's bang on it, and he just hit his ear.
Yeah.
So apparently, what I read somewhere is that
he didn't have a scope. Somebody was saying he didn't have a scope. I'd have thought he would have a scope for a shot like that. It was an AR-15, but apparently with military training, there's no way he'd miss that shot. And also another sign that the guy's an amateur and it isn't like a deep state whatever is that he went for a headshot instead of going for. If you go for the body, you got a much bigger chance of hitting. And I know people might say Trump's wearing a vest. I assume somebody would wear a vest in that situation, but apparently the vests are bulky and he doesn't wear one. So yeah.
So you don't think it was the SS?
No, I think I think it's much more likely to just be incompetence, and we've seen it's like.
You think he's working on his own, or someone hand him some money and?
No, I think he's working on his own. But I think, man, I'll tell you what I think is a conspiracy. The FBI are like, oh, we haven't found a motive, and it's like, well, you haven't found a motive. They're like, oh, he doesn't have any social media presence. It's like, man, this guy's. There's never been a sort of like crazy maniacal shooter who doesn't have like stuff written down about why they're gonna do it. Like, they don't keep that shit secret. He'll have it somewhere on his phone, on his laptop, and the FBI are saying they can't find it. But the FBI colluded with the Democrats to bury the Hunter Biden laptop story. So there's obviously a motive. It makes the Democrats look bad, so the FBI are burying it.
I think that's unbelievable. Listen, my opinion is
they said he was registered. He gave $15 to a Republican convention or something.
No, he gave money, $15 or $25 to
Act Blue.
To Act Blue, the Democrat thing, but they say he was a registered Republican before then.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if it was like a family thing, registered Republican or what, because there's videos. There's videos of him, I think, slagging off the Republicans. Although I don't know, I haven't validated them.
I just made that up.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's.
I'm not the BBC.
I think it's unbelievable what's happened, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't believe it. I don't believe he wasn't on his own. I don't believe it. The SS were involved. I know. You don't leave a roof open with a direct line of sight to the guy.
That's what I mean, incompetence.
Yeah, but it's not incompetence is, we didn't get his diet coke.
So you thought it was like 9/11 then? That they knew, but they said, we're going to let him have a shot.
Look, for months on end, if you go back, look at Joe Rogan, look at Tucker Carlson, look at all these people, they've come out and they said, they are going to try and kill Trump. If they can't get him through the courts, if they doesn't quit, they will try and kill Trump. Someone has tried to kill Trump. The only thing is now, this is how quick the news cycle works. This will come out tomorrow, but almost a week afterwards. We're already like, we're already forgetting it. It came this close. That's the president of the United States, the most secure man in the world. And they've got Secret Service. They had two incompetent, the DEI Secret Service. Listen, the woman can't holster a gun.
Did you see that video?
They can't holster a gun. Not high enough. You don't get that close to the president without someone letting you that close. Apparently, there was a Secret Service people in the building. They wouldn't go on the.
So what you're saying?
I'm saying Biden tried to kill him.
You think that money passed?
What?
You think that
the deep state tried to kill?
No.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying it right. I'm saying the deep state tried to kill Donald Trump. I'm saying that unequivocally.
No, I don't. I genuinely think it was like, it's sort of incompetence, but they let the incompetence happen. And the Democrats, for ages. So back in, I don't think there's a plot to, we've got to hire this assassin. Because honestly, if it had been organised by the deep state, he'd be dead. They wouldn't have got some shitty 20-year-old.
So this is the thing. Apparently there was a second shooter there. That's what that's.
That's got to be bollocks.
Okay, well let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's what they're saying now.
Really?
Well, let's have a look. They're saying there's a second. There's video of it, second shooter, and witness testimony that there's a second shooter, and they're saying there's a second shooter coming out
on the grassy knoll.
Man, this is what they say. Listen, wait, hold on a second. I just want to say we're gonna play this video. Listen to the music. The music doesn't lie. Evidence of second shooter. Look, the music, in my opinion, has convinced me.
Evidence of absolutely fuck off.
2 bystanders are shot with the same round. I mean, I don't know. Listen, you wouldn't play this music without it being real. This is what they would do the JFK assassination with. I don't know. Apparently, there's witnesses who said they saw a second shooter.
There's a second shooter shot.
I don't believe that for a moment.
I choose to believe it.
But I think, like, man, this is... So they've had, like, DEI in the Secret Service. You know, this is bringing down so many organisations because, like, Boeing, for example, so they have a focus. They're like, oh, we need... Instead of hiring on meritocracy, we've got to, like, get as much diversity and just, like, forced diversity. Not like... It's like when they book Live at the Apollo. You know what I mean? They're just booking people who tick a box. They're not getting the best people who represent that group. They're just getting anybody who represents that group.
Look, I agree with that. I think this has got something to do with like DII incompetence as well. Yeah, there's something to do with that. But when
the shooter was white.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I'm saying the DEI.
He should have been.
If he would have been brown, then you could blame it on DEI.
Yeah, but the Secret Service,
Service,
because they had like
from the other side. Yeah,
they had 30. Well, that's another thing. Maybe the shooter was DEI, and so they had to we've got to have a neurodivergent. He's got to be non-binary. But you saw so 30%. They had a target for 30% women in the Secret Service, so they just got in. Any woman. And you saw these, it's like Melissa McCarthy running about, like all flapping around, running into each other, fucking like, just can't put their guns away in the holster, like absolutely fumbling it, hiding behind the president. You're supposed to take a bullet for him, hiding behind him, like going like this.
Did you see the video where they arrived at the hospital?
No.
So there's a video where they arrive at the hospital, the same woman, she still can't holster a gun. Let me see if I can find it. Trump hospital arrival. They still can't holster a gun. But I refuse to believe that Trump, that it wasn't a
inside job.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know if it goes
but I agree with Leo. If you're going to get someone to do that, you would hire ex-military.
Yeah.
Not some random dude.
But what I'm saying to you is, I think he was a patsy. The guy, Thomas Michael Crooks.
Yeah.
Here it is.
You know what? I saw somebody call him.
This is the video. This is Trump arriving. Should be playing on there.
Yeah, it is.
Who's that? Oh, sorry.
Will this get copyright now?
I doubt it. There she is. Here we go. Melissa McCarthy.
She still can't do it.
And my friend saw blood coming out of his head.
But still, she's...
the whole way in the car, she was trying to get that thing in.
But basically, the whole thing, she couldn't get the thing out.
Yeah.
He's walking.
But listen how happy the people are.
Yeah, that he's alive.
He's walking.
Yeah. This is what I think. I think he was a patsy. So he took a shot, but someone else was there to shoot as well, and they shot him. You're never gonna know the story, and no matter what they say, they're gonna. All I'm saying is, look at you.
Yeah, but when Trump gets elected, he's gonna get those files. He's gonna find out what the FBI know.
Man, I think what this shows is that whoever you think runs the United States does not run the United. Well, this is if you've got whoever's running the United States isn't Biden, and it won't be Trump.
No, I think that's.
Who's running? Have you seen Biden? Who's running the
Yeah, but he's obviously got like a team behind him.
A team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Writing all his words.
Yeah.
And doing all the decisions.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not running the states.
He's not running.
He's not running it.
Biden can't run a corner shop, mate.
Did you see where he did a video afterwards? He's like, we need to settle our differences at the battle box.
Yeah.
Instead of ballot box. The battle box. And he said it twice. He's like, the battle box.
Oh no, Biden's hopeless. I think
Biden running off Elon Musk Neuralink. That's what's in his brain.
I think it'd be better if he was running off the Neuralink.
That man is gone, man.
Yeah,
He's been dead for 2 years.
And he's like getting worse fast as well. And like you see him walking, it's like he's got that.
If
whole,
anyone
shuffle.
thinks he's making these choices or decisions, you gotta be insane. There's no way that he's making the choices of what happens in America or whatever.
Also, I think the Republican National, like the RNC was they were expecting Trump to be dead. Maybe they did it.
Oh, we're talking about that.
because like the RNC wasn't what Trump would have wanted.
Well, did you see that there was on July the 12th, there was puts put on Donald Trump stock. So for the Donald Trump media, 12 million shares were puts. So when you bet against the stock going down, they put 12 million shares on the thing. It's come out that it was
And they say it's a clerical error, but that's like a huge like.
say it was a clerical error, but this is Austin Wealth or something management, and they're linked to George Soros, they're linked to BlackRock, and they're linked to George W. Bush.
No way.
Yeah,
I gotta put my teeth thing in. Sorry.
Nico's got to put his teeth thing in. I don't know. I'm not buying.
Is that Invisalign?
Yeah.
I'm not buying that it was just incompetence. That's not the kind of incompetence. This was someone. There's what you think a 20-year-old just managed to go there with a gun, climb up a roof, take a shot at the president.
Yeah.
That's what you
That's
think.
exactly what, because we saw it. There's all this, the witnesses. There's so much footage.
And you think
that's what
in
happened.
9/11 the terrorist flew a plane into the building, and the passports just floated down on top of the rubble.
Yeah, like I think they did. They flew
The
plane.
passports
I
just
saw the planes going to
yeah,
the building.
and you think the passports just floated down and landed on top of the
Man, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get some,
Well, I can't find my own passport in a one-bedroom house, right? How can I find in a skyscraper?
Yeah, but they were really looking.
No,
Like,
they weren't.
you
They
don't
weren't.
have
They said the cop was walking down the street and he just picked it up.
Yeah, it was lucky. It's always the last place you look.
I don't believe for a second what we're saying. I think they tried to take Trump down.
Yeah.
I think they didn't want him in power, whoever they may be.
Yeah.
I was honestly, but I think what's happened now is I think this has woken up a lot of people who were like, they were kind of against, like, already going against Biden and wokeness and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is just like woken up. I was like, why are they so intent on not letting Trump run?
Yeah.
Like, I'll put this to you: if you're the kind of person who hates Trump, you're not into Trump, you're like, ask yourself why. Like, what has he done? Like, look at your life immeasurably, where you are now, and the things that you care about.
Yeah.
Is your life better now? Are the people you support better now than they were under Trump? If you're a supporter of the Palestinian cause, say, I support that. Are the Palestinians better under Trump, or are they better under Biden? Under Trump, they were fine. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem, but they weren't being bombed every single day, right? He obviously he's pro-Israel as well, but under Biden every day they're being bombed. If you're in your own just selfish reasons, your gas prices, your money, your electric.
They're getting bombed because they got hostages. Why don't they give the hostages back? See if the bombs
Okay,
stop.
well, that's it. I don't actually want to get into that topic, but the point I'm saying is,
yeah, because you know I'm right.
no, well, that's just going to drag us down another avenue. But the point I'm trying to make is under Trump, the Palestinians' lives were immeasurably better than they are under Biden.
Yeah.
That's undeniable.
Yeah.
My point being is, I don't think Hamas would have attacked under Trump. Hamas. You know why they say Hamas? You know why they say it like that?
Why?
Hamas. Because in Hebrew, Hamas like that, it means like something evil. It make something.
Right.
So when they say Hamas, in their own language, it means like killer or something.
Right.
That's why they say it.
I see.
But immeasurably, the world was a better place under Trump. All he did, I don't even know what he said. Everything they say he said.
Well, no,
he
a
never
lot.
said.
Well, a lot of the stuff that he was, people were like, oh, he's an isolationist. He's putting all these tariffs on foreign goods, and then Biden has actually increased those tariffs because he's realised it's a good idea and it's kind of necessary when you've got China sort of manipulating the markets by subsidising
Well, have
production.
you seen this?
What's this?
Anyone,
Is it trans?
Anyone wondering why they aren't using this photo of the shooter?
That can't be real. Man, the thing is, like most stuff on Twitter is fake.
Yeah, a lot of it is.
My stuff is anyway. What's Constantine saying?
Constantine saying 2 weeks ago I had a debate with Saif Dean on his podcast about Israel-Palestine. If you want to know how it went, despite promising to publish it unedited and providing us the footage to do the same, his team is not doing either and is ignoring our emails as well. I guess
Who's Saifuddin?
Don't know.
don't know.
But obviously Constantine mopped the floor with them.
Let's see what Matt Walsh is
Should
saying.
have taken one of those little pens with a camera in it.
But he's got
and
the
then-
unedited footage, he says.
He's got it. No, he says the other guy's got it but won't release it.
Oh, he is not giving him the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the apparent order of events on the day of the assassination attempts, according to the most recent reports. At 3 p.m., 3 hours before the shooting, Crooks raises the suspicions of the Secret Service when he tries to pass through security screening with a rangefinder. He is now on the radar of the security team, but they don't detain him. Around 5 p.m., an hour before the shooting, Crooks is caught on video by a rally goer wandering suspiciously around the building that he would use as a perch to shoot Trump. He is not detained or questioned by security. 5:30 p.m., 40 minutes before the shooting, Crooks is photographed by security crawling around on the ground. They still do not detain him. A few minutes before the shooting, Crooks climbs on top of the building where law enforcement are staged. He is noticed and frantically pointed out by numerous rally attendees. He is not stopped or detained.
Yeah.
6:11 p.m. The first shot is fired. Yeah. They had 3 hours to stop him. They knew about him. We're suspicious of him 3 hours, and they did nothing.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not an inside job.
Well, yeah, but that's like, it's not like it's a sin of omission, if you know what I mean. It's like they're being incompetent and not stopping him. There's precedent for the Democrats actually trying to reduce Trump's security in a sort of, I guess, in a sort of tacit way to like get him killed or make it easier for somebody to assassinate him. They tried to pass a bill that would have removed Secret Service protection from convicted felons. So then assuming that Trump gets convicted, which I think he was, wasn't he? For
well, they've removed the security from RFK Jr.
Yeah, and Trump's got it put back on. And they also, they did something else they did some other machination to try and reduce Trump's security. Oh yeah, so the Trump team asked for more security because they said, we need more. You've just given us like these 3 little fat women. We need more. You know what I mean?
More fat women.
Did you see when Trump, like the day after when he was at the RNC, like his Secret Service detail was just all massive blokes. You know what I mean? They all look like The Rock. And
yeah,
like,
that's what you want.
Yeah, obviously.
Why would you want like? Oh,
I know, and also if the diversity thing is right and women can do the job just as well, then how come they didn't just give him more of those women when it after it happened?
Well, the question is, what if the diversity team is right and they're so good? How comes he got shot? That's the actual question. Yeah. I'm not buying it. I think they don't want him in. I think they don't want him in charge. I think this was genuinely think that the only explanation is divine intervention. For my opinion, for the shot to go at his head that close. Allah! Yeah, Allah saved him. But that's to move like that is the only thing.
So what you think? This guy had connections.
Oh, did you see?
You think this guy had connections?
Who?
The shooter.
What in what sense? Oh, I think he. If you want my kind of working theory is this, right? My working theory is that he was Manchurian candidate, right? Do you know what that means? That means they MK Ultra'd him so that when he's told the code word, he goes into business for himself. He wasn't the one who shot him. He's just a patsy because there's a video of the snipers looking at him down the rifle. They let him get off 3 shots and they kill him.
So why would they shoot him first?
And I mean... I don't know. There's just so much that doesn't add up.
Yeah, you know what? Like they missed so many chances to stop this guy.
But you know what? Hold on. Did you see that video? I shared it of the guy who made the prophecy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
But there's always the internet's so big. There's going to be a guy.
Yeah, but 3
making
months.
A prophecy about everything.
No, come on. Where is the thing? Let's see. There was a guy who 3 months ago did a prophecy about seeing Trump get shot in the head. Let's see if I can find it. Here, first done the job. Here's the battle box video.
We resolve our difference at the battle box. That's how we do it. At the battle box, not with bullets.
At the battle box.
At the battle box. He thinks he's playing Minecraft.
No clue where he is. That man is gone, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Where's the video?
Back further. You know what? I bet that guy was trans because remember there's that trans school shooter. In fact, there's been a few, but there's that trans school shooter who had a manifesto, and anytime it's like some sort of like a Nazi guy or something like that, the manifesto's straight out there, and they're like, look, he's evil Nazi. But this one, because it's a trans ideologist, they buried the manifesto.
I don't want them to all see the. Did I not send it in this group?
Yeah, I think so.
New angle. Did good. You're getting a backstage peek, maybe, of our the behind the scenes videos of the free speech. Is it?
Bro, don't put that online, man. Somebody gonna screenshot that shit. Don't put that online, man.
It's funny though.
Somebody gonna slow
I
that
can't
down.
find it. Where's it? Prophecy.
You might slow that down and screenshot that and you're all cancelled.
Trump prophecy. Oh, I mean, this is crazy. Though. Did you see this, Nico?
Yeah, I think so. Some dude talking.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
sent
watch.
it in a group, but I don't know which group.
I didn't watch the video because I thought this is.
No, but the video is insane. Hold on. Yeah, watch this. Just watch this.
Throughout America, all throughout, and I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking.
That video was filmed 4 months ago.
Man, you know what? Next time something like this happens, we should like record a thing talking about it like that, and then just like put like 4 months ago at the bottom.
It's not. It's on
and then
YouTube.
put it on Twitter. Be like, look, we were talking about this 4 months ago.
It's on YouTube though. I found the actual video on YouTube from 4 months ago. I forgot what it's called now.
Yeah, you can't adjust the time thing on YouTube.
You can't adjust it.
Yeah, but we could. We
How?
could just lie. Just change the thing.
You can't just change the.
Yeah, but if you cut it and put it on Twitter and say, look, we did this 4 months ago.
Oh.
No, but the actual video, I found the whole
I
video,
didn't
and
do
it was like month. It was there, been there for months. You couldn't do it, but I don't know. You can find the video. It's like called Moon Rising or something. It's nuts. This whole thing is crazy. Tonight he's gonna do. Donald Trump's doing his speech to the Republican National Convention. What do you think he does? How's he go?
I saw somebody call the shooter Retardy Oswald.
You know what? Why do they all have a look about them though? He looks like.
Man, you know what it is? He was bullied. Do you see the video? I think I sent it. Like I made fun of you. I said it was your classmates talking about you, but his classmates were saying he was just bullied relentlessly, like every day. Nobody would sit with him for lunch. They uploaded videos of of him being bullied, like people pulling his trousers and just mocking him constantly. So obviously he's going to turn into some trench coat like school shooting guy. Say we shot Donald Trump instead. But man, you can't respect the balls on somebody willing to bully kids in America, because there's so many school shootings from bullied kids. It's like, man, that's really like poking the tiger.
We needed more bullies.
But we need more bullies. Everybody's like, they did it because he was bullied. It's like, no, the bullies that are actually good at sniffing out psychos.
To be fair, they have sniffed out a cipher. They've sniffed out another psychopath.
Yeah. So we need to make sure the bullies are, armed and can finish the job properly.
No, I don't condone that. I think I think it's, but I've noticed a lot of people now, just watching online and reading about, they're kind of turning and they're like, you know what, that's my president. Just seeing that image of him coming up and seeing that video, like it was like quite very powerful. That's an iconic image.
Man, yeah.
I posted it on my Instagram and someone, I was at your show the other day. I didn't think you supported Trump. I was like, what you moronic? And he was a photographer. This is an iconic image of the 21st century. This will go down in history books. Will be a picture of. It couldn't have looked. The only way that
the flag and everything.
Yeah, it could have looked better if a little eagle landed on his arm.
The Black Power salute.
Yeah.
Somebody actually.
Black Power. Yes.
Somebody wrote an article. There was an article in Forbes it was kind of racist that said, the fact that he's been shot means he's gonna get more of the black vote now, and which is a kind of racist thing to say. But the guy who wrote it was this diversity, equity, and inclusion expert, and he said Trump was mimicking the Black Power salute when he came up doing that, as if that was what was on Trump's mind. He's like, oh yeah, this is a time to reenact that Black Power salute at the Olympics. Let's do that.
Yeah. That's what it was. I agree.
Man, people were also giving Trump a hard time for when he came up. He's like, fight.
But why did the man say that? Because he got shot, more black people are going to vote for him. What was his reasoning?
I think his reasoning was like black people are more likely to get shot by the police, so they're gonna identify with Trump getting shot.
There's a fun. Have you seen that black comedian? He did a bit about it.
Black people are more likely to get shot in general. So
Yeah, that's what. Did you see the video of the black guy, the black comedian? He went online and he said, "Is Trump my uncle? He'd be shot. Got baby mamas. He got this." So funny. I'm trying to find the actual whole video of the thing. Let's see if we can find the whole video when he comes up.
Somebody did a picture of Biden, like with Biden's face and stuff, but it was like the trans flag instead of the American flag.
Yeah, I saw that. No, that was.
that is a great picture.
What do you think about those? So now, but what's happening now is all these people are saying Trump. They missed Trump. They should have shot him. Do you think? And a few people are being
That
cancelled.
Jack Black guy, the guy in Tenacious D.
Yeah. What's your?
It's another great thing that Trump's done. He's not even president yet, but he's already cancelled Tenacious D.
I like Tenacious D.
Oh, the bollocks! Wow. It's like a sort of a 10-year-old boy's idea of like what funny is.
That's why I like them.
Oh yeah, of course.
What is Tenacious D though?
It's a band with Jack Black, but they did
like musical
this
comedy.
this is the video, so I'll show it to you. You can watch it.
Musical comedy is the worst sort of comedy.
So the crowd liked it, but now their tour's been banned, cancelled, and a lot of the right wing are going after the left. Like, I disagree with cancel culture.
I like it now.
Well, it's the thing. I actually think, you know what? I think the only good thing is, I think it's bad when it happens to either side, and that's clearly a joke.
It's good when it happens to the other side.
Well, it is. But what it shows is that both sides should just stop doing it.
No, we should just do it to one side.
Well, that's what's been happening.
So what? They do comedy?
They're
Comedy rock?
comedy rock. They've got some
It's so
serious
bollocks. And like they spawn so many shit imitators. Like I've seen so many people in the UK comedy circuit. Man, there's nothing worse than like musical comedy.
Yeah.
It's not
the
musical
worst
comedy. They're
thing.
like a proper band, but sing funny songs
Yeah.
as
but
opposed
still.
to musical comedy.
And also, they're deeply misogynistic. It's all like, and so I fucked her and all that stuff. And it's like, you obviously didn't. You're a big fat shit.
I mean, he's a millionaire.
His
though, and
penis
he's famous.
is actually vaginized. It's when a penis like actually turns into vagina because you're so fat.
I think they should be cancelled, Nico.
So you can have sex with Jack Black or the guy in Jack Black's band. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to, you could have sex in his penis hole and pretend it's a vagina.
Who should be banned?
Well, should they be cancelled?
What, for saying
Yeah.
hit Trump next time?
Yeah.
I thought it was Jack Black that pulled the things himself and not the people.
Yeah,
He did, but he did pull him, but so
and he didn't have to.
Right,
he's
yeah,
been- well,
so he
okay,
wasn't
I
cancelled.
think he just didn't like that guy.
Well, so this is what's happened.
I
Kyle,
think he was too fat to continue the tour. And used that as an excuse. He was like, but thank God you said that.
Yeah.
well, apparently the Kyle Glass who said that, or Gas or whatever his name is, his agents dropped him.
Yeah.
The tour's been cancelled by them themselves, but the reason why is because they can't get insurance anymore for the venues because there's so many people that are angry that they can't insure the concert venues. That's why the tour's been cancelled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's
Why?
gonna,
Because do you think people are going to retaliate?
yeah, so that it's going to be too expensive to insure. So
Yeah.
they've been kind of vicariously cancelled that. But also now a lot of people have been finding people on like Facebook who've been saying, "Oh, Trump missed," and they've been going after them to their bosses
Getting
and to
them
their employees
fired.
and getting them fired and stuff.
There's been like some political people, like Democrat staffers, and trying to think who else. There's a former.
What, you mean the Republicans going after the Democrat people who
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
these things? Oh, okay, cool.
Like
Which is fair enough. If there's an assassination attempt on Hillary Clinton and like Republican staffers were saying stuff,
it would have been the same
they'd be
thing,
getting
yeah.
cancelled.
I mean, Hillary Clinton's a real victim in this. Her kill streak's ended. She was she was doing so well. She was just nothing but net. But now,
Yeah.
but her and Obama must be furious. If only Donald Trump had been the chef for Obama, he'd be dead now. All Obama's chefs mysteriously died
Yeah,
because
why
they had
did
too
they
much,
die? Also,
too much
somebody
MSG.
was saying the reason Biden is still in the race and hasn't been deposed by Obama, who's apparently still like a powerful political figure, is because Biden has secret knowledge or secret evidence is holding Obama to ransom.
Well, I mean, Biden, even if he does, he probably can't bring it to his faculty. He probably can't remember it.
Yeah.
He might say, Biden's got secret information on us. Luckily, he's also got dementia, so he can't remember.
Yeah, but
it.
He's written it on his arms, like in that film Memento.
Memento.
It's like, look in the shoebox under the bed, and then there's Polaroids of Obama getting.
But Obama can't. You can only run for 2 stints as president, right? So you can
Yeah.
only do 2 terms. So he couldn't do it anyway.
Yeah, but you can still be powerful behind the scenes. Just ask Tony Blair.
I guess we got a new Labour. What do you think about that new Labour government?
Man, they've already made some pretty terrible mistakes. Like this whole idea of like building like loads of new houses on the green belt and stuff. That's gonna be super unpopular with.
What is the green belt? The countryside.
Yeah, the countryside. But there's bits of countryside, like a sort of ring around cities, that is called the green belt, and you don't build in it because you don't want the cities to just keep on sprawling endlessly. You want to have some like countryside. So then there's like villages and stuff inside the green belt, and you know, houses like Amersham and stuff. Houses are expensive, but then you got this nice countryside on your doorstep. So and there's some bits that are just like landfill sites or, you know, former industrial places that should be developed, but then they're talking about just like building on fields and stuff, and it's just mental. And they're like, oh, but we need to, because, you know, there's so much immigration. It's like, well, why don't you just like slow down the rate of immigration a bit? It's like 1.2 million a year. That's too much for
That's nuts.
a country of like what, 60 million, 65 million. It's too rapid, and it's going to cause all this like strife and problems and sectarian violence. You saw this in the election. Like, man, even though Labour had a big win, they almost lost some really key seats, like Jess Phillips' seat, Wes Streeting seats. These are, you know, like Wes Streeting's the shadow health secretary, or is the health secretary now. So these are real, like, you know, big Labour figures, and they nearly lost them to independent sort of Islamic candidates who were like running on a pro-Gaza ticket, which is, it's mad that, you know, a war somewhere else would be like swinging the vote over here. But it shows we've got these like we've had this rapid increase in the Muslim population, and now it's having an effect on our politics. And that's what it's like now. What's it going to be like in another 10 years when it's doubled in size again, and 10 years after that when it's doubled in size again, and then all of a sudden they're in the majority? Like, what's going to happen then? Look what happened in Lebanon.
What happened in Lebanon?
So Lebanon used to be, you know, when all the partitioning was done, you know, at post-British Empire, it was supposed to be the sort of Christian place. And it was majority Christian, and it was like, you know, a sort of jewel in the Middle East, like the one place that, you know, was prosperous and all the rest of it. And then basically through demographic change, you know, differing fertility rates, but also immigration. Also, a lot of Palestinian refugees went to Lebanon after one of the, you know, wars that they repeatedly pick and start and then lose with Israel. So loads of Palestinian refugees went to Lebanon, started a war there, started a civil war, and turned it into a complete basket case. Lots of Lebanese had to leave, especially the Christian ones. And now it's not majority Christian anymore, and the country is a complete economic and social basket case. So I mean, maybe that's the future people want for Britain.
The thing is, but spare me, please, your Western liberal democracy. Spare me. In both America, I don't believe in it. They're trying to, but it's a banana republic. They try to imprison their political rivals. They try to assassinate their political rivals. And spare me your Western liberal democracy from the UK, where this is the largest majority Labour vote in history, biggest majority, whatever it is, and Keir Starmer got less votes than Jeremy Corbyn did.
Yeah.
The Green Party or Lib Dems are the third biggest party, and they got less votes than the Reform Party votes. It's a sham, and it's a joke. And I think the fact that, you know, they can turn around and go, oh, we're the Western liberal democracy, you need to spread. It's like, it doesn't work.
It's not just about the sort of parliamentary system or the voting system. Like, Western liberal democracy is also like the whole socio-economic system. So if you've got strong institutions, like strong court systems, so you can enforce, you know, copyright law and, you know, all the things you need to operate a business, you know, enforce contracts and stuff, then you can have a flourishing. And if there's the freedom to go and do whatever job you want, there's, you know, like when we talk about freedom, economic freedom is a huge part of it, because that's what brings us all the prosperity that everything else sort of sits on top of. And, you know, if we lose that prosperity, then
But the
we're gonna be
democracy is
completely fucked.
not. But I guess my point is this: we preach Western liberal democracy. Meanwhile, the United States is basically a banana republic. If that happened anywhere else in the world, where
But
you saw
it's
someone,
not though. You don't have It's not like you got a dictator who's deciding what people can do, what jobs. I mean, there is a slow drift into.
you don't think they're a banana republic trying to imprison their political rivals, assassinate their political rivals, smear them? Like if that happened in Colombia, we'd be like, oh, this is a, or in Venezuela, you'd be like, this is a sham.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Venezuela doesn't have those strong institutions and doesn't have those things that allow society and the economy to function.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the institution. I'm talking about the actual process of one vote, one person,
But
one person, one vote.
but they're trying to do this stuff. It's not working.
And all of these Western places are just as corrupt and incompetent as all of these places that they say, oh, Africa is corrupt and whatnot. America and these places are just as corrupt as all the African places. It's just that America does this stuff. It looks more dignified or more. Oh, they got better systems or technology. But
That's actually what you're saying.
The corruption is still there in America, just as it is in Africa. It's like with that Farrakhan is being interviewed by Mike Wallace, and he's talking about Nigeria and saying, and Mike Wallace goes, I can't think of a country more corrupt than Nigeria. And Farrakhan goes, I'm living in it. I'm living in it. And he just roasts the man. And it's true. America and all these Western places, all the politics, they give their friends contracts, they do all of that shit that happens in Africa, giving stuff to their friends and all of that. The cronyism, all that happens in America and Britain. It's just that it's done a bit smoother and more sophisticatedly in different meetings, where in Africa and stuff it's more like coercive.
Yeah.
Where it's done like you put a
And also they don't have so much. I mean, Nigeria is a big success story in Africa, but a lot of African countries like Somalia and stuff don't have that sort of free market economy that can sustain any level of political corruption.
All of this thing about these African places are corrupt and thing, all the same corruption goes on here in the West. And then the West exploits all of them countries over in Africa and South America and forces them into bad deals, whether it be debt related or resources. Everybody knows you should have your own resources built up or refineries and stuff in your own country rather than having those resources extracted and the Europeans making profit.
Yeah, but there's nothing stopping Africans doing that.
There's lots of stuff stopping Africa. Every African leader that tries to liberate its people or get rid of Europe.
They got refineries and
things. They go in and fucking assassinate them.
Gaddafi.
All of them.
Look at Gaddafi, you did that.
Lumumba assassinated. Sankara assassinated. All of them. Every time. And that's why
Nigeria's got refineries.
That man come out and said, if you hear the Europeans praising me, you know that I've betrayed you. You know that. Anytime you see a European praising me, you know that I've betrayed you.
But that's just your average. That's just your average African populist.
No, it's true though. But Europe has great
for a fact
of all the resources.
No, that is bollocks.
That is
Europe generates wealth.
Europe
generates wealth.
Europe
man, if you took
France is still fucking Haiti to this day. To this day,
man,
France
you think,
Haiti.
Haiti, they're fucking cannibals and stuff. They're literally eating.
Yeah, doesn't mean you can fuck. Just because they like eating people doesn't mean you can fuck them.
France is
that's
one of the most horrific. Belgium, all of them have exploited the resources of Africa. All of them.
You know
that
for
is
a
true.
fact,
You can't deny that.
if you took the population in Norway and placed it in Haiti, within like a week, you'd have a functioning state. If you took the population of Haiti and put it in Norway, within
insanity.
a week, you'd have cannibalism in Norway.
It's not
insanity. Oh, the Europeans are making us do this. It's like you're fucking doing it yourself.
No. Why is America and Europe always assassinating the leaders who try to gain independence from these European?
Look at Tunisia. America and Europe helped Tunisia become a flourishing democratic state.
They go in. Anybody that wants to keep the resources for themselves and build up their country, they get smoked. All of them.
Yeah, but
Even go and read that book, Diary of an Economic Hitman, and he goes through the list of leaders that the CIA and America and Europe took out. All of them from South America, all across Africa.
That makes me nostalgic for the days when the CIA could assassinate someone.
Yeah, all of them.
Now the
just
sense of
wipe
20
them
years.
out. Just wipe them out. Anybody who was like, we're gonna keep these resources and kick the American companies and the European companies out, they got spawned. All of them.
What do you think about Bukele in El Salvador?
Man, thing is, like, he was a sort of good example of how a dictator can actually get things done and, you know, make things better in a way that, you know, doesn't work because like democratic politics is sort of vulnerable to, man, if not corruption, then the cronyism that Nico's talking about. But now Bukele's coming out and saying, so he's basically trying to like fix prices and stuff, introduce price controls. He said to businesses like, oh, don't put your prices up or I'll come after you like I came after the gangs. And it's like, no, prices, like, it's not something you can like, if you fix it, you're going to screw the economy. And
but prices of what's he trying to fix?
Just stuff that's sold, like goods, whatever products, you know, rice or whatever.
Well, isn't that what the Labour are going to do with the British rent and electricity and stuff?
Yeah, man,
that's good.
Dumbest. No, it's the dumbest idea.
Electricity is screwing us. Come on, they're proud so they're making profits.
You need to produce more electricity. Stop putting all this like.
But half of it's going in profits. Like
the CEOs and all that take billions and millions.
That's great.
I'm telling you, it's not great.
No, it is. It is. Honestly, if they're making that much profit, that means more people should enter the market, produce electricity, and then the profits will come down.
Don't work like that. You can't just.
Yeah, it does.
No.
This is how bad.
People can sell electricity back into the grid. Even you, like as a person, you can generate electricity and sell. You can have solar panels and sell it back into the grid.
This is how bad it is, right? In France, EDL or what are they? EDF? What are they called? EDF. EDF for the French energy company. We get the energy here. They put a 4% tariff on. They said you can only price gouge the French by 4%. They're a French company.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the UK, they're like, do what you want, and our stupid government like, yeah, go ahead. So we're getting screwed over, whilst the French are like, no, we're only going to pay 4%.
So then, you know, the government will just put a windfall tax on whatever money the energy companies make. No, I think, like, man, we were dependent.
Are you happy to pay more for your electricity?
No, I'm happy for the market to be free, so more people can enter the energy market, provide energy.
But no one's doing it.
It doesn't work like that, Leo.
It does.
It does not.
Well, it should work like that.
Yeah, it should work
but
like
it
that.
doesn't.
We agree with you, but it doesn't. It's not.
The capitalism don't work like how it's supposed to, like what you read in the textbook. That don't happen.
Yeah, but
and all that trickle down shit, that never happens.
No, trickle down does.
No, it doesn't.
Trickle down does work. No, because like seriously,
none of that shit doesn't work.
Seriously, no. So if
all it leads to is exploitation.
So you think so? Trickle down is basically if you're anti trickle down, basically saying I want all the money taken off the rich person. Like in France, they're saying we're going to have a 90% tax. You know what happens when you put a 90% tax on someone? They don't bother earning. If you put a tax on cigarettes to stop people smoking, you put a tax on sugar to stop people having sugar.
They show that.
A tax on income stops people earning. Any economic activity is good for the country, good for the economy. If you tax it, it's going to stop. I turned down work because 50% of the money I earn goes to the government.
But he said 90% tax over 400,000.
Yeah, so the people
earning. That's not many people it's going to affect.
But the people earning over 400,000 are going to be like, well, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to put in that extra shit.
396,000.
Yeah, but like, so the people earning 400,000 and up, they're the most productive members of society. They're generating the most wealth, the most economic activity.
I don't know about that.
Well, why are they getting all this money then?
Because I know OnlyFans models who are the most productive members of society who earn like $2 million a month.
Yeah, they're providing something. They're providing a service that's valuable to people, so they're paying for it. So they're improving. Yeah, they're improving those guys' lives to a point that they'd rather give them money.
Capitalism does not work the way you see in the textbook.
No, I'm not talking about a textbook. I'm talking about real life. Like when
and it doesn't. The free market. There's no such thing as the free market.
There is.
It doesn't. No.
There is.
There's the idea of it, but then these people jump in and rig it.
Oh yeah, no, it gets rigged.
It gets rigged. Yeah, and it gets.
And we need to stop that rigging. Like
look
imagine
at the whole GameStop shit. Look at the whole banking shit.
But look at comedy.
Look at bankers getting bailed out all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, no.
Let them fail.
Let them fail. I agree.
But But it doesn't. The taxpayer has to pay for all of that shit.
Next time we're gonna let them fail. We're gonna let them fail bigly. But like, imagine like now they're trying to bring in government intervention in the comedy industry as well. You've got the Live Comedy Association. You've got the Arts Council coming in and funding comedy. And this is a really bad thing because it means they're going to start controlling comedy. And imagine if it was a rigged system and top secret, instead of like booking the best people, instead of having the best MCs, they're like, oh well, no, you've got to have this government appointed MC. You think a government appointed MC is going to be better than a free market MC?
I'll get my certificate and become the government appointed MC.
And that's how capitalism works. It's like, man, it's got too much state involvement, and we need to roll it back, like Javier Milei's doing in Argentina.
But what's Labour's thing? They're saying they're gonna do a British Energy and the trains. They're gonna do British Rail.
Yeah.
Man, the trains are awful.
Yeah.
You can't tell me this privatisation has been a good thing for the trains.
The trains are terrible.
The trains are the worst. The trains are just they're always late. They're expensive. And they're overcrowded as well. You pay £200 to get a ticket to Edinburgh. You're sitting on the floor. They take the piss.
Yeah.
This is the problem I have with capitalism as well. It goes they in the textbook they go, low barriers to entry.
Yeah.
More competition, more competitors.
Yeah.
More choice for the consumer. That's not what happens. What happens is you get a monopoly. You end up with a monopoly stopping the other people from coming in. Yeah. Or you look at what happens in tech. Microsoft or Google, anytime a new product comes up. I had a friend, he's working on this new product thing, and what happens is Microsoft or Facebook or whatever comes in, that's pretty clever.
And they nick it.
That's going to eat into our market share. We're going to buy that and shut it down.
Well, they're
and that's
buy,
what happens. They don't release it.
Or they buy it and release it.
Yeah, and what he said with the thing that he developed, they just buy it and shut it down. And because they can't be bothered to put out something new.
But then Facebook bought WhatsApp and use it. Facebook bought Instagram and use it to increase their market
share. I've
got
a better one of that. Amazon, what they do on
Amazon. but then it's still stifling the smaller companies who would have come up with better alternatives. So it doesn't work like how you read in the textbook.
And what about when Amazon, if you release a product, you're a small thing, what Amazon do, they see products that are being sold that are doing well from small people, and then they just make their own Amazon budget generic, and
stick bestseller on it.
Yeah. So listen, I like it. It's good for me from Amazon, but it is cheating.
So they make a product that's cheaper and provides that is the free market.
No.
So they've stolen the other person's idea.
Well, you should have thought about that before you.
It's like even in Barbados, I got a friend who wanted to bring out fast food, and the food is great. His food tastes better than the other competitors on the market. It's homemade kind of thing operation, and he wanted to get some boxes. But the big company, the big fast food company in Barbados, said to the boxes people, if you sell boxes to him, we're gonna take our business away.
What boxes? What it
like the fast food boxes, like the chicken boxes kind of thing that comes in, and they said if you sell to him, we're gonna take our business away. And obviously the supplier gonna be like, you're established already, so we're gonna stick with you. So my friend then he doesn't do it anymore. He couldn't get the boxes thing, so it doesn't work. Capitalism, how we read about it, and is low barriers to entry.
Yeah, but look at Elon
unlimited
Musk.
Competitors. It doesn't work like that because the big players. The big fish shut down the little fish.
Yeah, but look at
and
people
we don't get the choice.
Look at people who aren't like total pussies and give up because they can't get some stupid box. Like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is like come in, like NASA were building a state agency building these insanely like 20 billion a time rockets that and Elon Musk has come in and out it's literally like millions to send. It's like 10 million or something to send something into orbit instead of billions.
None of his shit don't work though.
Yeah, no, it does. They're putting loads. All the stuff's going up into space on his rockets.
His shit
come
blew
back
up
down.
the other day.
Yeah, but like they sometimes blow up.
Even his cars ain't working like they used to before.
Man, there's so many Teslas on the road.
Yeah, but people are complaining about how they're falling apart.
Is that Chinese Elon Musk?
I found the video from 4 months ago.
Oh yeah.
This is it. If you want to see,
what's this?
No. This is the
prophecy guy.
Yeah, the prophecy video. But I just wanted to show you guys. It was like definitely from 3 months ago. And also, when I first saw it, when I first saw this video, it had like 40,000 views, right? And now within a week, it's got
1.7
1.7 million.
Where you see 1.7 million?
Here.
Views, yeah.
So it's like, who is here 3 months later? 16,000 hands up. Who's here to find out the prophecy? They tried to kill him, and this guy saw in spirit. Absolute wow. The collective. But he also says that Trump's going to get. This is what I watched. He said Trump's going to get in, and he says it's going to be a red wave. He's going to dominate, get in. But he said next year there's going to be a huge financial crash in 2025.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one of the biggest, worse than the Great Depression. And then it will eventually come good, but it's going to be one of the biggest depressions of all time. So if it is, we'll bookmark this video, like Leo said, but we'll actually have it on the right time that we predicted the the depression from this guy predicted the depression.
Yeah.
But that's
Post that in the group.
I thought I did post it in the group already. I'll post it in the group now.
Yeah, there's going to be, man, the West is heading for a financial cataclysm because we can't service our public sector pensions.
Because
and also,
they're stealing my GME money. Give me my money.
the like public sector pensions are so overly generous.
What, in the UK as well? I thought they were rubbish in the UK.
Yeah, but it's still going to cost us, like, we're not going to be able to, and also the state pension as well, so we're not going to, like, with everybody not suddenly retiring, but with more retired people, because when the pensions came out, people only lived for like 3 years after they got their pension, and now people live like way longer, so we need to like start giving people pensions when they're like 78 or something to make it fair.
I'm trying to find Joe Michaels, fan of the podcast. He now sponsors it.
What's David Von Jones saying?
Oh man, he just sends me just loads of shit.
Shroom.
Joe Michaels is Joe. I want to plug your website that you sponsor us, but I've forgotten the name of it, so I can't do it. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. It's really good though. It's the best website.
Pay for advertising space. I don't know the name of your product, but I just shout out to.
Yeah, Joe. if you know a guy called Joe, buy his stuff.
I can't find the link. He gave you some mushrooms, Nico.
So we're getting paid for advertising in mushrooms.
Yeah, what?
But then I think it's that's the advert you get for paying the guy with mushrooms.
The product's so good we forgot. Where is it called? Did he have his number on WhatsApp?
That's so funny.
I don't know. Listen, we've done about an hour. Let's wrap
I
up.
don't know how this is gonna sound though.
Yeah.
We don't know how this will. Hopefully, it will come out good. Maybe tell us if you like the Fag Zone as the location for recording. I'm looking forward to, just to sum up, I'm looking forward to Donald Trump's speech tonight at the Republican convention.
Yeah.
I think if he just as far as I'm concerned, the Trump doesn't have to say anything about Biden. There's no point. Biden shows himself up. He should come out. He should try and do a unifying message where he's like,
Yeah. I will rule for all Americans as your new Caesar.
yeah,
Yeah.
put this shit behind us and let's move forward. I don't know. I'm excited for his speech tonight. What do you think?
What do you think of his running mate, JD Sports?
Oh yeah, JD Sports. Apparently, apparently he's not always been a fan of Trump.
No, I sent a video to the group.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's have a look at the video.
Somebody who doesn't like Trump.
Screen.
That's it. You put it up there.
Yeah, so that they can see it as well. This is JD. Man, the Republicans just can't do anything right. Wait.
Somebody who doesn't like Trump, myself, the elites were right about Donald Trump, right? I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. He's the best president in this country, like nobody else. I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place. I think that he was a good president. I think he made a lot of good decisions for people.
I think you're not a Trump supporter from what I've read. Am I right? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I didn't vote for Trump. All around, he's a great president. I'm 37 years old. Certainly the best president of my lifetime.
Seems to me like if you don't have a beard, then you're a cuck. But as soon as you grow a beard, suddenly grow some balls.
Yeah, he needs that beard as well. Like he looks weird. He looks like a sort of fat. He also looks a bit like he's wearing eye makeup when he doesn't have a beard. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. What do you think about JD Vance? Apparently, the reason I'll tell you why I read that they put him in charge.
Why? He's
So
popular in swing states.
No. Apparently, he's even more pro MAGA, like more like American first policies than Trump.
Yeah.
So if the deep state get rid of him, they'd have to put him in.
Yeah.
This is apparently the same reason Kamala Harris is so rubbish that she was his running mate, because there's no point taking out Biden, because then you end up with Harris. So if they kill Trump, then they end up with him, as opposed to they were suggesting like other candidates to be Trump's running mate.
Yeah.
And if I've forgotten who they suggested, but if they put someone in who was like more, more moderate Republican, Trump would have got whacked. So they get like who they actually want in power. So they put JD Vance in because he's crazy. Well, I would have liked to see.
I think he's pretty. Like, he's written.
You're saying the Republicans chose him because he's
apparently
as crazy as Trump.
So apparently Trump spoke to people and they suggested you should get JD Vance in because they share basically the same views, right? Whereas what the establishment media wanted was someone more kind of who was
moderate,
moderate, and
closer to the center,
so then they could if they took out Trump, the next in line would be more willing to do their thing. But if they take Trump out, they get him, who's even apparently, according to them, worse than Trump. But I don't really know enough about it.
I think what people consider centre at the moment isn't really the centre. I think the window's really shifted, and I think J.D. Vance is a pretty sensible guy. He's written a book.
He wrote Hillbilly Elegy.
Yeah.
I take it none of us have read that.
No.
It was in my Amazon wish list. I was gonna read it.
I've got.
It's about the white working class, and
do you read books on Kindle or you?
No,
hard copy?
I can't do it. I need hard copy.
No.
I can't read on screen.
I've got an illegal website where you can download books for free.
I thought you sent that to me. 8 books.
But he's popular. He's popular in the swing states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, places like that. And also he's young, man. He's like 39 now, and he's like, and also he's like, even though people are, he's so far right, he's got like an Indian American wife, and is she like Hindu or something? And he's like, cause he's young, I think it like appeals to like this sort of younger demographic as well.
Well, actually, what did you think about them bringing Amber Heard out at the Republican convention?
Amber Rose,
yeah, with the head.
Man, if Amber Heard had come out.
But that's what's going to happen though, because a lot of like the right wing commentators, especially Matt Walsh, I can't believe they brought this out.
Yeah,
she's a whore.
Yeah, and she's a Satanist and stuff.
Say what you mean. But the thing is, this is what's going to happen: is as more and more people kind of turn, you're going to get more of these people who you were ideologically opposed to. They're going to come out and they're going to be supporting the Republicans and that kind of way of things. That's what's going to happen more and more.
Yeah, and the right is naturally more inclusive because it's about ideas and not identity. So yeah, I don't know why anybody would get their knickers in a twist over it.
Yeah, apparently he got in a real bad mood about it.
Who was in a bad mood?
Matt Walsh.
Calvin Robinson.
Oh, was he angry
about the woman doing she did some sort of like chant in like I don't know, Sanskrit or Hindi or something. So like not Christian, and he's all it should just be Christians, and it's like, all right, calm down, father.
Go.
All right, listen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Three Speech Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Anything to promote?
No, not really. Go to my YouTube channel.
Nico,
I got 6 tickets left for a new material show I'm doing. Click the link in my Instagram bio.
25th of July, right?
25th of July, yeah.
I'm going to do a show with Francis Foster in September, to be confirmed, or August maybe.
If you're in Abu Dhabi or Dubai this week and next week, I'm going to be at the Laughter Factory, and in August I'm doing 2 shows. Hate Live presents the 10th annual Haters Ball. Tickets are actually selling really fast because I've tricked the algorithm and put number 1 in the title. That's in Edinburgh. And the A to Z Guide, A Geek's Guide to Seduction, also at the Edinburgh Festival, my new show which I've yet to write. That's available. Tickets are also selling fast because I tricked and put A as the title. So come to that. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Love you long time. Suck my balls. Bye.
Bye. Zip zap.